Welcome to New Jersey Patriot News, your source for Second Amendment news in New Jersey and around the nation. I'm your host, Matthew Bartkey. Today is Monday, February 5th, 2024. Breaking news out of the Northern District of New York, Gun Owners of America and the Gun Owners Foundation, with plaintiffs Carl Higbee, Joseph Harris, and Michael Vortruba, have filed a federal lawsuit against the state of New York, challenging New York State's wholesale refusal to allow non-residents an opportunity to obtain a New York State carry permit. As it stands, one must live in, own property in, or primarily work in the state of New York in order to be eligible to apply for concealed carry permit. The lawsuit alleges that as the Bruin decision of 2022 affirms, the Second Amendment is a guarantee for all Americans, and New York provides no avenue for all Americans who are not residents of New York to bear arms in public. Eric Pratt, Gun Owners of America Senior Vice President, issued the following statement: "The state of New York and its cadre of anti-gun politicians have done everything in their power to weaken and outright ban the Second Amendment within their borders. The Supreme Court has made clear that the right to bear arms extends to the public square, and this right is for all Americans, not just those who are residents of individual states." Sam Paredes, on behalf of the board for Gun Owners Foundation, added, "This is the only example nationwide that we can find where an out-of-state resident is completely barred from exercising their right to keep and bear arms, and there's no doubt the anti-gun legislature in Albany purposely designed it that way. We've warned these politicians before and will do it again. Fall in line on the Second Amendment or we will make you." New Jersey Attorney General Matt Platkin filed a letter in the Federal District Court today in the currently consolidated cases NJRPC v. Platkin, Cheeseman v. Platkin, and Ellman v. Platkin, which challenged New Jersey's so-called assault weapons ban, as well as its ban on magazines holding more than 10 rounds. The letter is a response to one filed by ANJRPC in those cases relating to the recent decision in the Third Circuit case, Lara v. Evanchik, that ruled that 18 to 20-year-olds are covered by the Second Amendment under the Constitution, and that the relevant time period for determining whether a law that burdens the Second Amendment is constitutional is 1791, when the founders ratified the Constitution and Second Amendment, as opposed to 19th or 20th century laws. Platkin attempts to refute those findings in his letter, stating that the case of Lara v. Evanchik is inapplicable to the cases at hand, and that the laws of the founding era, as well as Reconstruction era, are not in conflict, and allowed for the banning of certain weapons and accessories while leaving other avenues open for self-defense. It should be noted that many laws cited by the state from both time periods were those restricting access to firearms or other weapons by those who were enslaved or of a minority race or religion. All such laws have since been found unconstitutional in the 100 years since the Civil War, beginning with the ratification of the 14th Amendment through the Civil Rights era. Further, the Heller case of 2008 also rejected the premise that the Second Amendment is not burdened by banning one category firearm if others are left available. A similar letter was also filed in the Third Circuit today by New Jersey State Attorney Angela Kai in the consolidated Coon-Siegel v. Platkin case that challenges New Jersey's Bruin Response Bill. In the letter, Kai also alleges that the Lara decision should have no bearing on the case at hand, claiming that founding-era laws and Reconstruction-era laws are not in opposition. The case sits with the Third Circuit following the appeal of the District Court's preliminary injunction on much of the law issued by District Chief Judge Marie Bum. Oral arguments were heard by the three-judge panel on October 25th of 2023, and a decision is still pending. This is New Jersey Patriot News, your source for Second Amendment news in New Jersey and around the nation. I'm Matthew Bartkey. Thanks for listening.